Number 10. Checked baggage on airlines. For decades, checking your bag on flights was completely free. Then 2008 hit, and American Airlines was in trouble. Fuel prices were through the roof, the economy was tanking, and they were bleeding money. That's when they had an idea. They decided to charge for something that had been free since commercial aviation began. On June 15, 2008, American Airlines became the first major airline to charge for checked bags. The initial fee was $15. People were outraged. It was like someone had started charging for napkins at restaurants, but other airlines didn't see public outrage. They saw profit. Within months, nearly every major airline started charging for bags. Now airlines make more money from baggage fees than some small countries make in a year. In 2019, U.S. airlines collected over $5 billion just from baggage fees. That original $15 fee has now doubled to $30 to $35. That's a 133% increase, far outpacing inflation. And with billions in profit, these fees aren't going anywhere. Number 9. Bottled water. Imagine paying for something that literally falls from the sky. That's exactly what happened with bottled water. Back in the day, water was just water. You'd turn on your tap, and out it came. But in the 1970s, some marketing geniuses looked at this free liquid and thought they could put it in a plastic bottle and charge people for it. The real game changer was a new plastic called PET, which was light, cheap, and didn't make your water taste like you were licking a metal pole. Companies started making people think their tap water was basically toilet water with a fancy pipe system. They'd run ads showing pristine mountain springs and use words like pure and natural. Meanwhile, many bottled water companies were just filling bottles with filtered tap water. They were selling you the same water you could get at home, just with a prettier bottle and a 2,000% markup. Some bottled water brands actually got caught. Aquafina had to admit their water came from public water sources, but by then, people were already hooked. Today, the bottled water industry is worth over $200 billion, all because someone convinced us that the free stuff coming out of our taps wasn't good enough. In the US, tap water is actually more strictly regulated by the EPA than bottled water is by the FDA. Number 8. Parking your car. In 1934 Oklahoma City, the streets were absolute chaos. People were leaving their cars wherever they wanted, for as long as they wanted. Some folks would park in the same spot all day, treating public streets like their personal garage. Enter Carl Magee, a newspaperman who was put in charge of fixing Oklahoma City's parking problem. The city's business owners were losing money because customers couldn't find parking. So Carl invented something called the Park-O-Meter. It looked like a robot lollipop stuck in the ground. Put in a nickel, get an hour of parking. The first meters were installed on July 16, 1935, and people were furious. They called it an illegal tax, a scam, and tried to destroy the meters. But then something unexpected happened. Suddenly, there were parking spots available downtown. Businesses started making more money because customers could actually park and shop. The city was making money from the meters and fines. It worked so well that other cities started copying the idea. Within a few years, these meters were everywhere. Carl's company ended up making millions by convincing everyone to pay for something that used to be free. Number 7. YouTube Premium. Back in 2005, YouTube promised to let anyone broadcast yourself for free. The early days had small banner ads at the bottom of videos. They were like that friend who reminds you they exist without being too annoying. But YouTube started getting hungry. First, they added pre-roll ads, then mid-roll ads, then post-roll ads. Watching a 10-minute video became an obstacle course of commercials. Then YouTube introduced their solution. Pay up to $13.99 a month to remove the ads. It's like creating a problem and then selling the solution. Just like a park releasing mosquitoes to sell mosquito repellent. The strategy worked perfectly. By 2023, YouTube Premium had over 80 million subscribers paying to remove something that wasn't there originally. But even after paying for Premium, you still see ads. They're just called integrated sponsorships now. When your favorite creator suddenly starts talking about a VPN or a mobile game, you're not paying to remove all ads. You're just paying to remove YouTube's ads, making the service work more like it used to for free. Number 6. The rest of your video game. The year is 2006, and Bethesda released something that would change gaming forever. Horse Armor DLC for the Elder Scrolls game. For $2.50, you could buy some fancy armor for your virtual horse. That's it, just some shiny pixels for your digital pony. Before this, when you bought a game, you got the whole game. But this horse armor was already in the game files. They just locked it behind a paywall, and people actually bought it. Bethesda made so much money from this horse costume that other companies took notice. Suddenly, everything became downloadable content. Want the true ending to your game? That'll be $15. Want to use that cool sword you see in the trailer? $9.99, please. Games started shipping with less content. They'd cut out features that used to be standard, then sell them back as DLC. Fighting games that once came with all characters now lock half behind a paywall. This created whales in the gaming industry, people who spend thousands on microtransactions, and companies started designing games to cater to them.